Request a free legal consultation with an independent immigration attorney at permanentresident.us. You may be matched with a different attorney.
So the question is, to qualify, in qualifying for the EB1A category, can the applicant have any field be their field of extraordinary ability? And there is some limit to that. So, I always tell folks that they don't necessarily they don't necessarily need to be in a science, technology, engineering, or math, or a STEM field necessarily, but they do want to also try to observe what the law says. And what the law says is that the applicant has to demonstrate extraordinary ability in the sciences, arts, education, business, or athletics. And you do need to make sure that your field, your particular field, fits in one of those. There is still a law governing it, so you can't just simply say that any field is going to go, any field is going to qualify. You'll want to tie it to one of those broader categories, and tie it plausibly.
Can you add a bit about how it can be more specific? Because I think people might think, oh, the category is business, but actually it isn't. It's usually like much more narrow than that,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Sure. So the question here is, in qualifying for the EB1A, what kind of field do you need to show you have extraordinary ability in, and how focused can you be for that field? And the answer is that you can drill things down a bit. You don't necessarily, as an example, if you work in computer science, you don't necessarily need to just limit your field of expertise as computer science. If you work in a specific kind of computer science, and that's your specialty, you'll want to call that out. For example, one of the the cutting edge fields right now is natural language processing, NLP. It's a subset of machine learning, so it's actually even kind of a subdivision of that. But it's an emerging field, and there's not necessarily, relatively speaking, there's a lower population of people